Alright everybody, welcome to Destiny. And this video is going to be basically about character creation, just like the title. So, I went ahead and recorded some footage of just making characters. So, you got three classes. Titan, basically sounds like a tanker. So, we'll probably absorb some damage. Do a little bit of damage maybe. And then we've got, moving along to the Hunter. It's kind of like a ranged class. Well, maybe like if you got Blade Dancer, it's going to be a tight end. Well, yeah, shooting from the hips or using swords. And then you got your Mage class, basically the Warlock. And this is the one that I'll probably play the most and have the most footage of. My concept for this one is basically having a Sith Lord running around with guns, unfortunately. So basically gonna run through all of the looks for creating a character. So I think I'll back out here, go back to Titan, we'll start there. Of course, you got to pick a gender and a race. You got human, awoken, and exo. And the human's obvious. Awoken's, I'm not sure. I haven't really read too much about this game, so I don't know the backstory. But they do kind of look like they're a little bit undead, maybe, or ethereal. And then you got exo, which is basically your cyborg. So I think for this one, basically gonna pick, since it's a tanker, I'm thinking Terminator-esque. And of course, always gotta pick female, because, you know, being a guy who wants to stare at a guy's ass the whole time you're playing, if you're in third person, although this is a primarily first person shooter. Got a few different facial sets to choose from. You'll notice I have a little bit of difficulty at first learning how to use the the pointer. It is on the thumbsticks on PlayStation 3 instead of, say, the D-pad or the touchpad. And you get quite a variety of colors here. Nothing too outlandish, but some cool colors. End up here finding a reddish camouflage, which is what I stuck with. Looks pretty badass. And then the mouth color is basically the lights, and then the eye color is the lights as well. And going with, I don't know why, but going off the previous thoughts for having a warlock that's a Sith Lord, you know, you gotta have red eyes if you're a freaking android. So that's what I went with there. So once that's set up, you get all these little doohickeys that you can stick on your head. Anything from, this would be hairstyles basically if you're a humanoid. The other two races, I guess. But this one you get some types of antennas, some types of I don't know, riveting plugs, who knows what. I think that last one's just a chunk blown out of your head. But I end up going with the cool looking Walkman headphones. And I didn't really go through too many of the pick colors. None of them really kind of blended well with what I was looking at, so black seems to be a good fit. I get a few different types of markings, and that's primarily just your face. So I don't know what the number 7 determinant is for in the game. Um, the racing stripe. Got a horseshoe. Got some paint or something else splattered across your face. Bunch of dots. And the star looks pretty cool. And I'm just trying to find a color that blends with it the way I want it to go. So, obviously pink's not a good color on red. Guess I could have picked black probably, but the gray ends up looking a little bit better. A little bit more metallic. So moving on. Here I'm going to make a character for the second class. They're also called Guardians, I guess. So this Guardian's going to be a hunter. And like I said, I'm probably going to end up playing the Warlock the most. You'll see some of the gameplay footage. That's the Warlock primarily. And like I said before, you gotta pick a chick. Unless you like staring at dudes. So I end up picking human here. Just to kind of give it a mix, so you guys can see all the different sets to go with. And just trying to find a pretty face. I don't know, some of them are pretty ugly, I guess you could say. A little off. But Bungie did a good job with the modeling. The details are really nice. And lip color. Yep. Let's not be a streetwalker. Well, I like orange though. And then I stumble upon the black, and that was game over. An eye color. Going with the light blue. And definitely don't want a bald chick. That wouldn't be cool. A lot of short hairdos. Not that I don't mind a short hair on a girl, but that one's really weird. And that one doesn't look all that girlish. Kind of like that one at first, then I changed it around. Choices. And that was it. And at first I was thinking blonde-haired, blue-eyed, till I didn't really find a blonde that I liked. That one was too yellow, that one's too white, that one's a little bit strawberry. Definitely too red. Too orange. That would have been okay until I stumbled across black. And at this point I'm thinking, oh, let's just make a goth chick. So, some face painting. Got an X, got some raccoon eyes. Got some paramilitary. Skull. Panda. Raccoon. And since I decided on going with a goth-esque chick, it was either panda, but I didn't want to go full-on goth, so I figured being a hunter, it only makes sense. You gotta go paramilitary. Alright. Now, and last but not least, I'm going to make our Guardian a Warlock. And as you can read, Warlock's basically a spell slinger. And this one I chose Awoken to add that variety for you to see. And these faces are just a hair different than the human faces. They don't really have the bulbous noses like the humans had. A couple big lipped. And I think I stumbled across the one that ended up looking more Asian than anything. There's nothing wrong with that. Gotta go with the pale skin. And you gotta go with the Sith eyes. And then it's just trying to figure out what color lipstick. Oh, black, of course. Can't go wrong with that. Actually, I go through the hair, and I left it purple at first, thinking, let's match the lipstick with the purple hair. I don't know what that hairdo is all about. There's some funky hairdo they got for this race of people, for the female side. Definitely some punker chicks. That one would have been cool, I guess, in a way. But I went back to this one for some reason. And then I just started messing with the hair colors. And then I hit this blue, and that was it. Yeah, it was on from there. So mess around with a couple different colors, but that blue is just too cool looking. And bam. So I gotta change that lipstick, and that's where I decided to go with the black. But yeah, there's character creation. It's basically an MMO. Well, I shouldn't say MMO, it's an RPG. So you're gonna have character creation, you're gonna have leveling up your character, you're gonna have different ways of playing each character. Instead of like a standardized MMORPG, you're gonna have just the Holy Trinity here. There doesn't appear to be a healer that I've seen thus far. So it's basically tank, DPS, and the mage class, which I guess range DPS or close-in DPS would be the hunter. So you got your facial markings, and I wasn't really satisfied with any of these marks, so the dots were about the best one I could find. And then just trying to match up a good color with the hair and the lips and the eyes. That's that. So Bungie put this really nice intro, and it really shows off the landscape. The game is actually really beautiful. The artwork that they put into the terrain and the shading and everything that you get to see in the game. It looks really nice. So, that's the first video, character creation. Hope you liked it. Later.